first things first, make sure you go through the direct channels and let them know the topic. So I'm here today. Gordon called me about a week or two ago and asked if I would come and speak with you guys about my time as a journalist and where my career path has led me as a communication director. So I've been kind of giving y'all some tips and tricks as the things that worked well for me in my career and kind of what brought me into what I'm doing now. Just be open and honest. When you're working in news, you make connections. You make connections with your community. You make connections with the people in your newsroom. You're making connections with businesses. You get to carry those connections over, but it's not just about the connections as well. You're communicating, and you're getting to carry over that communication and how well you present yourself to this next job. It's also a storyteller in news. I get to, as a communication director, you are wanting to push out the positive. So you're telling Silsbee ISD's story, or you're telling whatever job that you're working with, you're telling their story. And it's a smaller scale, but to them, it's a big scale to be able to cover and do and communicate and be that like liaison that you're kind of in the news as well. I mean, you're the liaison between what's being put out and the person whose story that you're telling. And so you get to carry that aspect over on a little bit of a different scale into what I'm doing now as a communication director. That's why connections are so important. That way you can always have a chance to have a story set up. You are able to give someone a platform to share their experiences, to share their hurt, to share something good that they're doing that they may not have gotten otherwise. It's such a rewarding career because you get to be the person that lets them have their moment to shine, lets them be able to tell the world what's going on, or even just a small community of what is going on. And the reward is that they get to be a voice that maybe people wouldn't have heard otherwise. Anchoring, I would say, really was my favorite the more I got to do it. You're going to get negative comments. You're going to get people who don't like you, don't like how you handle things. They're not going to like your hair. They're not going to like how you did your makeup. They're not going to like how you speak. They're not going to like how you presented yourself. What you have to realize is that you're not doing that for them. You're doing it for yourself. You're doing it for the people in your community to help. And reply back to them and say, I hate that you feel that way, but this is what makes me feel comfortable. This is what we've been working on, my boss and them loving what I can give and what I'm bringing. And you have to, I hate to be cliche, but you just got to brush off the haters. It's going to happen. And going in knowing that firsthand that I'm going to have these negative comments, I'm going to have people not liking me, it's going to make it so much easier. And when you do get those good comments, because you're going to get a lot more good than you're going to get bad, so you need to realize that as well, it makes those good comments that much more special. But you still want to make sure that you're finishing your stuff 2.5 hours before it needs to air. Learn everything that you can, soak in everything that you can, learn from your peers around you and ask questions. There's nothing wrong with asking 50 questions. No matter what anybody tells you, I'm a question asker. I'll ask 100 questions a day. But to know and to be confident moving forward is one of the main things that will help you when you're moving forward in this career path, is just to have that confidence and to soak up everything that you can hear and just listen, make notes, write stuff down, incorporate things in each package and each story and stuff that you do that you may have asked or learned or that you saw.